Sick and tired of being sick and tired? Life's beating on you like the 12th round of a championship bout? Come on in and let's talk about it. On this podcast, we welcome all positivity and we stand on self-reflection and improvement. So hit the lights so we can get our shine on. You're now tuned into the Lights Please podcast.
Welcome back to the pod. It's everybody's favorite homeboy, Kurt, and I'm glad to be alive. And I know it's probably been a while since anybody heard from me. And, life's just been lifing lately. And that's kind of what inspired me for today's episode, actually. Just the month of March was just so busy and so mentally draining that I didn't even realize that I didn't put out an episode in March. So I want to get back on my grind. So I've been newly inspired and I'm going to keep rolling them out as I got it. So today we're going to delve into how to take care. Now that can mean a lot of things, but I'm speaking in terms of how to take care of yourself pertaining to your mental health and your mental health to your body, because one thing I learned that the brain is not separate from the body. Your body's sick, your brain's sick, your brain's sick, your body's sick. So it's a lot of things that are messing with our mental and also are messing with our bodies. And that's what I'm in the season of figuring out what is what and which is which. So we can figure that out together. That's what we're going to look at today. But first, always we have to push some P. To pushing P, where we are pushing positivity out into the world, one daily affirmation at a time. So now, you remember when I said there's a lot of things that happened in the month of March. And one of them is I got a new dog, a new puppy, and we decided to name him Duke Ellington. Now, don't attack me, okay, or my blackness, because I didn't know who Duke Ellington was. I didn't know. I had to look it up. My wife suggested the name, so I'm bigoted black. Don't attack me. So I got this quote for the day, and it is: a problem is the best chance for you to do your best. And I like that because, in life, we all have, we have choices every day. And every choice has a consequence to it, whether it be good or bad. So when you think about it, when a problem arises, that's where you have to stop and you have to think and you have to figure out which consequence is best for you. So when a problem arises, it's the chance for you to do your best. So let's not hide from our problems. Let's attack our problems head on. It doesn't matter what the problem is. It's never too big for God. It's never too big for you to figure out for yourself. Get into what today is actually about. So it's been a while before, since I last uploaded a video, and I had several reasons for that, but I really underestimated how much self-care affects your whole mental makeup and how your mental makeup affects your physical body. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, not only has it made me think about I want to say what is it called? Seasonal depression in a different way, in a different light. It also made me look into how the mind and the body how the mind can make the body feel like it's sick when it's really not. It's just your mental. You just need a little mental reset, and that's really what I've been doing these past couple of weeks, just trying to get my life together, as we all should. So, to get my life together and trying to get me a little mental reset. And, it's just, I feel like, I ain't gonna say a lot has happened, but, it's just a lot has been dumped upon me within, the last month or so. So, we're all about positivity, and we're all about keeping it real on there. So through my pain, we're going to try to expound and help everybody else out. So we're going to get into what today is actually all about. So in order to be the best versions of ourselves, we have to, we have to take care of the mind and the body, because like I said, through my journeys, through my trials and tribulations, I've learned that the mind can never be without the body, and the body can never be without the mind. The mind and the body are not separate. So if you're not right in the mind, then your body more than likely is not going to be right in that aspect also, because like say if you're depressed, then your body, your body starts to act a little weird, and you start getting random headaches. You start feeling tired. You know what I'm saying? Like it really affects the body in different ways that you don't really think about until you actually look these things up. So today we're gonna just look at some ways we are like destroying our self-care, and how we need to start actually doing some self-care routines, and things, everybody, we're gonna try and see if we can get our what the young people say, our say get the glow on. You know what I'm saying? All right, so today we're going to look into what self-care actually looks like, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to look at how it negatively, I think I messed up that word. I'll say that again. And we're going to look at how it negatively impacts our overall health. And sometimes you just don't even know. Like you can just be you can just be like mentally tired one day, and or I ain't gonna say mentally tired. I'm gonna give you a better example. Let's say you found a piece of mail in the mail, and it's pretty bad news, and then you get home, and then you learn you got more bad news, and then you just look around, and then if you like me, sometimes I do leave the dishes in the sink a little too long, so I feel like that if my house a mess, then my life is a mess. So that equates to my mental make. That's why I also enjoy cleaning a little bit, because it helps me like settle my anxiety about life. Okay, so if I can get these dishes done, I can get whatever else in life done. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, I always found that weird. Like maybe because it was just we was forced to like clean and all the time, and I don't know, I just kind of found some solace in cleaning. I like to do, to help calm down the old anxiety. So let's look at it. So how many of us are like just tired? You know what I mean when I say just tired. When black people get tired, it's a combination of a bunch of stuff that doesn't happen, and you just tired. You know what I'm saying? So how many of us are just like, tired? Me personally, I can relate on all levels. You know what I'm saying? I'm in school. I participate in as many church functions as I can. I'm in the choir. I sing all the time. I'm always singing. I always got an engagement somewhere. I'm a husband, and I recently became a dog daddy. And all those combinations and stuff is it's a storm for excess stress that we really don't, count on, not count on to have, but just this, it just piles stress upon you when just at random times. I'm gonna just say for me, it piles stress upon me at random times, because I have one free Saturday out the month. Other than that, I always got something to do. So always, especially with this dog. Now the dog was driving me crazy. And, I'm going to help me out with this little dog because I ain't never want to strangle Scooby-Doo, Scrappy-Doo so bad in my life. But anywho, but on top of all that, you know what I'm saying, apparently I am a lot of people's therapist also. So doing that, it just takes in a lot of unnecessary stress, and it's very draining. And then you could, because a lot of times we just do things that are very what's the word I'm looking for, unconscious. You do things unconsciously, and then you don't know how bad it's affecting your mental health, and then your mental health affects your overall health in general. Because like I said earlier, your mind is not separate from the body. So we're going to look at some things that I know some people can relate to. If the shoe fit, wear it. If the shoe don't fit, just pass it down to somebody else who may be able to fit it. It's a size 11.5. So if you don't wear 11.5, don't worry about it. But anyway, we're just going to talk about a few things that I feel like, for me, this is me personally, because this is Lights Please podcast, and I like to get personal with myself because I feel like that's how we all can relate. So we're going to look at a few things that, for me personally, that I feel like that's affecting our mental health unconsciously. So, number one, and I'm going to say this with my chest because I know us as black people, we do this and we don't even really think about it. We are gossiping way too much. And gossiping is bad in itself already. And, you just really, y'all, in gossip, we really just exchanging negative for negative. And then the equation, a negative plus a negative will equal a bigger negative. So, we taking in all these gossiping stuff. Most of the time when we gossip, it be about small things. But as a black person, that have a real black conversation, most of the time when we gossip, we talking about people we don't like. And we do that with the notion that I confine in this person with this with this very peculiar information, and eventually the other person will grow not to like that person you're gossiping about. And that's not how you're going, because everybody, I hear people all the time talk about other people, and sometimes you can't just go off what somebody says about them just because they don't like that particular person, don't like it. They may just not gel together well, and that's okay, because in life everybody not supposed to gel well. I mean, also not supposed to gel well, but some people are just not meant to be friends or be the, what I'm saying? So it's okay not for one person to not like them, but you don't have to gossip about the other person and then make somebody else not like them unconsciously. You know what I mean? Because like, say if I got a friend, right, and I hate what this friend does, and I go tell our other friend about this friend. Now this friend unconsciously in the back of his mind, this guy does this all the time, all because of what I told him. And now he, like I said, he unconsciously doesn't like this person because of just random gossiping. So just always remember the equation: a negative plus a negative will equal a bigger negative. So number 2 on my list, and this is big for me. I never really understood how this affects me personally, but I never really understood the full ramifications of what it does to me and my mental state. But number 2 on the list is being a emotional punching bag for people. I'm gonna let that settle in, because most of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. This can mean a plethora of things, but I'm referring to allowing a person or people to just unleash their emotions whenever, and always being there when they're releasing the full brunt of their emotion, of their bottled up emotions. And it will most definitely weigh on you when people, when you're always that person that's kind of like an emotional rag doll. Anytime somebody call, it's man, I just got to get this off my chest. And now it feels like everything is like directed at you. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like you the one they mad. They truly mad at. And cause I'm a person that like, I feel like that I would want people to come to me, and talk about stuff. And I feel like I'm a very relatable person. But that's a two-way, that's a two-way sword. That's a double-edged sword. It has its pros and its cons, of course. If everybody comes to you with all their problems, you sucking in all everybody else's problems along with it. So with you sucking in everybody's problems, now you make their problems your problems. Like, if Sally had a bad time today, now you having a bad time today because Sally told you about her bad day. It's just something we humans we just suck energy from people. Like now this bad energy passed off of Sally and now it's on you. So this is something that, like I said, I had to actually like look into what it is, because I do this. I ain't gonna say I do this, but for the ones who are important to me, I allow them to, always to express themselves. Because a lot of times, people don't get really to express themselves in ways where they feel like they can be safe. And I always want people to feel like it's a safe environment with me. So, like I said, it's a double-edged sword. It has the pros and its cons. And you always have to take the good with the bad. But, but with doing that, after a while, it begins to feel like that your emotions are like invalid. And then you start feeling invisible because you're taking in all of this burdens from over here. And you're taking burdens from over here piled on top of your burdens. It's kind of like a emotional dump yard. Everybody just... You're the dump yard. Everybody just come back there, they trash upon you and bag up all their burdens and bag up all their bad energy, and they just dump it right in you, and you just become a large sack of just depression and burdens and all of that. And like I said, if you don't know exactly what that is and how, use your self-awareness to be like, hey, I'm taking in too much bad energy. I'm taking too much. Like, why am I feeling anxious right now? Because of what somebody just told me. Like, why my burdens feel like your burdens? You know what I'm saying? So you have to watch what type of energy you put in your mind, because like I said, your mind is most definitely not separate from your body. So if your mind's not well, your body's not well. So I would just on that note would be to I encourage everybody to just sometimes take the time and then like choose you for a change. You know what I'm saying? Like tell people no. Sometimes you don't have to be a people pleaser all the time. This is a part where we're talking about self-care. So sometimes just choose you and be like, hey, I ain't in the emotional area right now to take in all your bad dump truck. You might want to talk to the Lord, because he, you know what I'm saying, or talk to somebody else, because right now I'm not in the mental space for you to bag your little dump truck and dump all that into me right now. So that's just, man, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know how many times I've just like allowed people to just unleash their emotions and stuff. Maybe because unconsciously I haven't been, but in my younger days, I wasn't given like the permission to be human. You know what I'm saying? Permission to express myself in a way where it feels like I'm not attacking anybody or offending anybody or being a burden to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was kind of trained to like keep everything bottled up and take it out in other avenues. So with that being like, that was a part of my upbringing. I kind of like, when I got older, I said, I don't want nobody to ever feel like I felt, and couldn't like have a safe space to unleash everything. And like I said, it's a double-edged sword. So you just have to take the good with the bad. You always want to be a friend that people can depend on. But also, like I said, you have to watch out what type of energy you put into yourself and you taking from other people. So we're gonna roll on to number 3. Now, number 3, I had to sit down when I wrote my outline, I sit down, I was thinking, I was meditating on it, and I really figured out what's a lot of people's problem and why a lot of people are not successful. And what it really boils down to is just pure laziness, and that can affect that affects your mental makeup in a way where it's super unconscious. You know what I'm saying? Like you get home from work and like your house is a mess. You're like, man, I just got home from work. I'm gonna do that later. And later turns into weeks, months, days, you know what I'm saying? So whenever you got that lackadaisical spirit in you, it starts with just like small things and then just start growing to bigger things. And then your mind will be like, and now you keep telling yourself, man, I'm just too tired to do anything. You know what I'm saying? And when you're too tired to do anything, your body, like when you tell yourself, when you manifest yourself in yourself to say, man, I'm tired, your body will shut down. I'm telling you, I done seen me do it. I come home from a long day of work and I got stuff to do. Like, man, I'm tired. I'm gonna just take a 2-hour nap and I get up and do it. That 2-hour nap turned into sleep. I wake up the next day and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it today. I get home, it's the same time. I take me a little nap, that nap turned into sleep. And like I said, through all that that process of being lazy, like you forget to like actually take care of yourself sometimes. Like I'm gonna be honest, like, I used to be I ain't gonna say mechanic, but I was in the process of learning how to be a mechanic, and I work around a lot of oil, a lot of soot, just automotive stuff. So I used to come home stinking sometimes, and my lazy behind was like, man, look, I'm tired. I'm gonna just lay on the couch for about 2 hours. I'll take a bath when I get up, and usually when I wake up, it's the next day, so I'm gonna have to take a bath for a whole new day. And I've been sleeping with all this dirt and grime on me from yesterday, and like I said, when you got that lackadaisical spirit in you, you don't really know what it's doing to you. Because I mean, that's something you would know, because you stink. Number one, let's be honest. You know you stink. I know, because man, look, man, look. Let me tell you something. That working under a car for 8-9 hours a day straight, picking up motors, picking up transmissions and stuff, it smelled like oil field, fam. Okay, so like I said, that's one of the things was how it's affecting you. You know what I'm saying? Because you can smell it. But it's a lot of times where you feel lazy in the aspect of like getting work done. Work for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, say you had this business idea and you got it all planned out. You know how you want to do it, and you know how you want to, you got your financial plan, you got it written out, you got the outline, you got all that. But then something happens and then you be like, I don't want to deal with all that. And that turn right there kills a lot of people's dream and motivation. Like, I don't want to deal with all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know how easy, like, starting something would be if you would just do it instead of be like, you stop thinking like, I don't want to deal with all that right now. Because I know this, like I said, I'm speaking in terms of me. I done told myself that several times, like, man, I don't want to deal with all that right now. You know what I'm saying? Like going to the gym. I've been trying to unbig my back for a couple years, but it's just, I don't want to deal with all that right now. I got to run, I got to sweat, I got to up downs and push-ups and all that. Eat a little salad, eat a little lettuce. I don't want to deal with all that right now. And now you see my back's still big. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying that sometimes being lazy affects you in ways that you don't really understand it until you get really, when you get tired of yourself. You're like, why am I still laying on this couch? My feet stink. So I need to go get in the bed. I need to go get in the bathtub. You know what I'm saying? Or I really need to pull out my book and start on this plan. Or I really need to, pay this bill. But a lot of times where I look at this bill and this due in a couple of days, I say, yeah, I'm going to pay it when it's, you know what I'm saying? And then my dumb self look up 3 days later when it's past due and sending me a notification that it's finna get cut off because I was like, man, I'm gonna just pay it later. And like it's about to get cut off, man. I got the money, so I'm just being lazy. So let's stop being a little lazy. In the words of my good brother Marvin Gaye and Teddy Pendergrass, he said, "Wake up, everybody. There's no more sleeping in bed. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get ahead." Now, he probably didn't say that. I made it up and it went together, so we're going to stick with it. Don't worry about it. Don't talk about me. You know what? We ain't going to do that. I'm going to change man. Anyways, in my search to figure out, like, what's exactly wrong with me, because sometimes you got to look it up. You got to Google it. Google is a powerful engine. And I realized that I've been dealing with what they call, the internet call it, a seasonal depression. It's like, you go through a season where it just hits you. It just comes like a Russian wave. Like, a lot of times I'm an overthinker. Like, what I'm saying, I get sometimes I sit here and I meditate on things when I'm writing or whenever I do anything. I meditate on things and I think, I'm like, dang, I was supposed to do that and I'm supposed to do that. Now, after I get through thinking of all the stuff that I supposed to been done already, because I told myself, yeah, I'm gonna do it later. And now I got a whole checklist of crap that I really could have got done when it was due, or really could have got done when it was up, you know what I'm saying, when I had the time. That's another thing. That's another big thing for me, that I've been like, man, I ain't got no time to do that. And I really got all the time in the world. And that comes with that lazy spirit. But yeah, doing my research and just reading articles and finding stuff on Google about how your mental health really affects your physical health. And it was mainly talking about how depression makes you, it really, in a sense, it really can make you lazy, because it takes all the will and the motivation to be anything. And I'm gonna speak in terms of me. For me, what it does, it takes all the motivation away from me to think that I could be like something. Like, like, have you ever had that feeling where you think to yourself, like, stuff going good and you kind of just waiting for the ball to drop? Like, I'm always like, man, everything's going great, and then I just know somewhere something about to happen. It's just something about to happen. And I get that feeling all the time, and I'm working on it. I'm working on it, you know what I'm saying? God ain't done with me yet. But, and what depression does to me, it really just takes the motivation to have like self-worth. It takes away the motivation to, like, wake up and try. That's what it does to me. Like, I be so in my feelings. Sometimes I just wake up and I just want to, like, ball into a bowl and sit in the corner all day and just, I don't know, just be there by myself. And that, like I said, it could affect your body, your physical body in a way where you're not really actually taking care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? You get so deep in depression that you forget to brush your teeth one day, or you forget to, put lotion on. I do that a lot. I be ashy out here, man. Look, don't talk about me now. I'm being for real. I'm being real now. I be ashy out here. But still, like I said, it's just the self-care, the self-care aspect of the whole thing. And one thing I've been trying to do to combat this is have a self-care routine. So what I've been doing is, because I'm not saying that I don't take my hygiene serious, but, like, I see how my wife does it. She takes her hygiene very seriously. Like, she got a whole skin routine, and she dabbled the I don't know what the stuff is on the face, and do facials and all that stuff. And I was like, I want to try some of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you buy me some moisturizer and put it on my elbows so they can stop being black. You know, you know what I'm saying? Buy me some beard shampoo. You know what I'm saying? So I can get this stuff detangled. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what it helped me do is realize that I could care for myself and I am worthy of something, you know what I'm saying? And it gives you a sense of purpose, in a sense. I'm speaking in terms of me. It gives me a sense of purpose. Like, I wake up, all right, I have to do my beard today. All right, I have to wash my hair today. All right, I have to, clip my toenails today. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put a little coconut oil on my knees, you know what I'm saying? It gives you a sense of purpose. Because like I said, a lot of times my depression, I'm gonna speak like that. My depression, it just kills the wheel of my self-worthiness. And like I said, if I don't have the people around me to realize that how blessed I am, and if I didn't have the right people talking to me every day, then I probably look like a hobo every day walking out the house. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I'm very glad for, my support system, my family, my wife, her family, and my friends, my homies, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate those guys. I appreciate everybody because, talking to them really, really makes me smile, and smiling is one of my, if you know me personally, I love to smile. I love the joke. I love the, I don't want to say be the life of the party, but I want to be the reason why other people smile. So, you know what I'm saying? I always want to be the uplifter. And that's crazy to say that I want to be an uplifter, and I get so down on myself sometimes sometimes I don't brush my teeth, or I don't comb my hair, you know what I'm saying? I don't detangle my beard. I don't, you know what I'm saying, get that bug out of my nose that I seen earlier. I don't talk about me too much, guys. I'm just trying to be real with you. So, but yeah, like I said, in this season of discovery for myself, I've just learned to just start doing things, to just start doing it instead of be like, I don't have time. I have time. I have everything I need right in front of me. I just have to go. I have to do it. I have to, you know what I'm saying? And whenever you find like small victory, when you get those small victories, those are the ones you be like, yeah, man, I did my skincare routine today. I feel like my face feel like butter. You know what I'm saying? You start get that fulfillment in yourself. And another thing that I really want to get into, that I kind of just like, it just sprang on me. It just sprang in my mind. I kind of want to start getting into like gardening and planting stuff and planting fruits and stuff. So because I feel like that's something that would help ease my mind, So I've been preparing myself to teach myself how to be a gardener. So that's another thing I'm doing. And most of the time, whenever my seasonal depression hits, it really hits when I feel like I have a lot to do in so little time. And one thing that immediately helps me out is getting a task to do. Because my mind wanders, and when it sit there and wanders, it just get worse and worse and worse. Sometimes I could just be sitting on the couch and I just start crying for no reason. Okay, no, it hasn't happened around nobody. Okay, so I'll be sitting on the couch by myself, and I'll be sitting there thinking like, man, and then next thing you know, I'll be in full tears for no reason, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the one thing that immediately helps me out is having something to do. So maybe that can help somebody out there who's probably going through the same thing. Just get up and do something. Like I have a dog now, so he kind of forcing me to do stuff. Like I'm on a routine. I have to let him out to pee and poop and all that, and I gotta feed him. I gotta remember to do all that because it's another life form in my hands. So I've gained a sense of urgency, a sense of purpose, and just doing things just helps me immediately out of my depression. And like I said, in this season, I had to really like sit back and be like, what's really bothering me? Is it the stuff that I have to do, or is it that I'm not living up to my potential that I feel in my head, or is it just me being self-loathing? Like what's really going on, you know? And I probably can say one of the reasons why is because I really am hard on myself, and I give everybody else grace around me. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can get as many chances as you want because everybody deserves a second chance, but I won't give myself a second chance. Like, you know, if I fail one time, I feel like that I'm a permanent failure. Like I'm always fail at something. And that's really one of my biggest fears, is just being like a lifelong failure. Just fail at everything. Just try and fail. And I guess I had to really look at that, and it's one of the things it really bothers me, because I don't live up to my own expectations, and I had to look at the expectations for myself, and I'm trying to figure out, who am I comparing myself to? Really? Did I make up this super human guy in my head I'm trying to live up to? Because, you know, like I said, whenever I was a child, I made a pact to myself that I would never do certain things, and I would never do this and never do that. And I would always try to be a man of my word. And as I got older, I realized that maybe I can't be that person that I wanted to be. You know, wanted to be this it's like light bulb in the world that's so different, because I'm super rebellious. I don't follow trends. I don't do what everybody else is doing. I would literally walk the other way on purpose so you can see me do it, you know. So I was naturally rebellious in that regard, and I think I created something that was kind of impossible to live up to. Like, you know, so I'm not Jesus, I'm not perfect, and I think I created this perfect person in my head, and I've been trying to live up to these super high standards of myself for a long time. And whenever I go into something and it's not going well, I'm like, man, you done failed at something else. What else you gonna fail at, you know? And I start thinking about all the failures in my life. And I done had a lot of failures, because I done tried a lot of stuff. And one thing I never think about is the flip side of that coin. You know what I'm saying? The flip side of that when you try and fail is, when you try and fail, then you know better, because you done went through it, and you know how to do it now. You know how to do it better than you did the first time around. And like I said, I show everybody around me grace except for myself. And like I said, it could be the smallest thing. Like, my wife asked me to put the clothes in the dryer, and I forgot. I'm like, oh, you stupid idiot. Why did you put the clothes in? She asked you to just put the clothes in the dryer, dude. You can't even do that. And that's really the process to go on in my brain. It could be any little small thing, and I just feel like I'm just going to be a lifetime full of failures. And now that I can expound on what I feel like it's like really was bothering me, I can, like, you know, begin to figure out what can be right with me. And really what set everything in motion, I was sitting outside and I was talking to my wife in the car. We was in the back of my trunk, and we was just randomly talking because we were waiting on her sister to pull up. And we had started talking about the younger days and how we came to be and all that. And then I had said that I don't see what people see in me. And she was like, "You're right." Of course, any good, she gonna tell the truth. I think you're right. And she was like, "You are super hard on yourself, and you need to, like, you probably would never see what everybody else sees, because I'm my own biggest critic. And what we was talking about, because I was talking about how everybody just see, like, not assume, but you know what I'm saying, everybody knows what a natural leader is, right? You know what I'm saying? And just about everywhere I go, not everywhere I go, because I ain't even gonna get a big head like that. But I'm saying, but usually at things I try, I could naturally pick up on it, and I could, figure out the little nuances, and because that's basically my life story. Just if it was a book written about me, it would be called Figuring Ish Out. That's exactly what my book would be about, figuring stuff out, because that's one thing I've always been good at, just figuring stuff out. So like I said, I've always had qualities of a natural leader, and most people appoint me to be leader sometimes, and I'm like, I don't really want, because I'm a person that shies away from accomplishments and stuff, because like I said, I'm a self-loathing person. I don't feel like I am worthy of accomplishments, so I always just be like, I don't want to be in the spotlight all the time. And she was telling me that most leaders don't be in the spotlight. It's the ones that are in the spotlight that are like false prophets. So like I said, and when you think about the flip side of the coin, that because I'm humble and because I'm relatable, and I can explain things where everybody can explain things where everybody can understand, and I can connect people together through me, those are like natural qualities of a leader. And I didn't really think about it like that, because I was like, I don't see those qualities in myself, but everybody else does. And she helped me to realize that most of the things that I truly want to be, I already have them in me. I just have to see it for myself. And that really had been sitting on my mind for a couple of days, and that really it helped me put things in perspective. I am who I want to be already. Because like I said, just me, if you ever be around me naturally, then I have just a natural, everybody just gravitates towards me, and I don't know why. Everybody just gravitates towards me. I'm always a great friend. I'm always, a good family member. I try to be there whenever, and everybody just gravitates towards me. I sometimes I refer to myself as a bridge. You know what I'm saying? If two people didn't like each other, I would probably be the one to bring them together, because I'm just a natural bridge. I get along with everybody. Everybody get along with me. I'm just a relatable person, and I'm funny. Anyways. So the moral of the story that I'm trying to tell, because I know I done ran off on a tangent. The moral of the story that I'm trying to tell is that sometimes we already have the tools we need to build whatever we're trying to build. And sometimes you got to look within yourself to unlock those special tools for those, those hard days where you get down on yourself, man, I'm undeserving of this, and I'm undeserving of that. Sometimes you gotta look down at yourself and use those as self-approving accomplishments. You know what I'm saying? Take those as small victories, and hey, I'm a good person. You know what I'm saying? Instead of always looking at the bad that goes on, try to look on at some of the good that you do also, because everybody got their good and bad. There ain't no perfect person walking on earth. No perfect person walking on earth. So like I said, I'm always looking at the bad in me, and I never look at the good in me. So let's do it together. Let's me and you do it together. Let's try to be more positive towards ourselves, because like I said, me personally, I'm my biggest critic ever. I'm always criticizing everything I do, because I'm always willing to try stuff, because man of many talents. It ain't too much that I don't know how to do. And if I don't know how to do it, I will learn how to do it. And that's been my approach to most things. And it's kind of crazy to say that because, like I said, on the flip side of that, I'm so afraid to fail that I feel like I'm gonna hate myself if I fail at it. Because, you know what I'm saying, I was so eager to try it. But anyways, you know what I'm saying, let's not delve into all that right now. Anyways, we're gonna look at the positives in ourselves from now on. Okay. So thank you all for listening to, me rant. Thank you, because I know sometimes my ideas be all over the place, but I have good intentions at heart. I always have good intentions at heart. So if you listening, if you got this far, I appreciate you. But I do have one more thing, because I've been working on it for a few weeks now. So I have a new segment. It's called Hear Me Out. I have to do this because I know I watch I don't really be on social media like that. I'm not a social media guy, but I do get on there. And I watch a lot of reels and the shorts and TikToks and stuff like that. People be reposting other people's podcasts and things. And I'm like, they be having some of these outlandish ideas. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick one. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's going to be every week, but I'm going to pick one. You know what I'm saying? We're going to look at it together. And then you're just going to hear me out about it. All right? Okay, so this is the segment of Hear Me Out. So like I said, I watch a lot of reels and I get a lot of, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to pick one that's kind of relevant to the topic. And you're just going to hear me out because, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I got a lot to say. So anyways, here we go. I like this one right here. This is my life story right here.
You set your standards or you set your boundaries. People are going to say, oh, you think you're all that. I am. And I don't care. I am. And I don't need you to make me feel like I am. I'm going to set this standard and I'm going to live by this standard. And I'm not going to let anybody come into my life and pull me down to where you are.
Yes, sir. So, like I said, this is the story of my life because, like I said, when I was little, I made a lot of pacts to myself that I would never do certain things. And smoking was one of the things that I told myself I would never do, and I never have. Never smoked anything a day in my life. So that's one of the things that, I have a lot of friends that do a lot of, what I'm saying, the partake in the devil's lettuce or whatever you want to call it. So anyways, most of the people that I grew up with, that I grew up with, I participated in the devil's lettuce. And I used to hear it a lot of times, like, man, you better than me because you don't smoke. No, I'm not better than you, but you're not finna make me feel bad because you destroying your lungs one little blunt at a time, okay? And I hear this all the time too whenever, I be fresh out of church. I heard, matter of fact, it was a couple years ago. I was coming from church with my homeboy. We had stopped and got something to eat, and a guy he seen me wearing church clothes, and the guy had asked me, he said, "So you think you better than me because you go to church?" What did me walking into a Burger King with church clothes on had to do with me being better than you? Like, I feel like that's so unfair to throw your life expectations upon me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your failed woes in life upon me. That's because you don't go to church don't mean that I'm any better than you. That because I don't smoke don't mean I'm better than you because I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I want people to quit doing that. Stop throwing like all these random assumptions on people because you unconsciously think badly of yourself. And I'm doing good, and now you trying to bring me down to where you at because you want me to feel bad about myself also. No, not gonna happen. Not anymore. Okay, so if the next person that walk up to me think that I'm better than them, yes, I am. I am better than you. You need to do better. All right, guys, you know what I'm saying? We have come to a close, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, be on the lookout. I'm going to be trying to do a lot this month. So, you know what I'm saying? Just be on the lookout. And I started this thing where I'm going to post a video to YouTube. And I'm going to post just the audio to Spotify. So whichever you want to do or see, or if you want to do both, just be on the lookout on any platform. Because you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be out everywhere. I'm probably not going to be out on this Facebook, okay? So, like I said, just be on the lookout. Just look out. I know I just said that 50 times already. Y'all leave me alone. Anyways, thank y'all for listening. It's your boy, Kurt, and I'm out.
Thank you all for listening. Keep letting your light shine. This your boy Kirk, and I'm out. Lights, please.